Video games aren't cheap these days, with most games starting at $60, then adding in season passes, DLC, and microtransactions. You can easily spend over $80 on just one game. But it doesn't have to be that way. It is possible to game on a budget. I'm your host, as always, KMacTime, and today I wanted to go over some of the cheap but super fun PS4 games. Now, the price range I'll be working with is typically anywhere from $10 to $25 or less. And these prices are everyone can get at any places like GameStop, or where I get most of my games, Amazon.com. Anyway, let's jump right in with The Last Tinker: City of Colors. And this game is a very unique platforming game that came out a few years back and was mostly overlooked by PS4 players. However, the gameplay is very solid and the game looks and sounds beautiful on the PS4. Like I said, the music is incredible. It reminds me a lot of the original Spyro game soundtrack back in the day, and those are some of my all-time favorite game tracks, so this is really saying a lot about it. Currently, the game is selling for just under $17 brand new on Amazon. You guys can for sure get a used copy even cheaper, so there is no reason not to pick up a copy of this game and give it a try. Next up, we have Mad Max, and when I went into this game, I wasn't expecting too much from a game based on a movie, but man, was I wrong. This game kicks some serious ass. It is some of the funnest and easiest to control hand-to-hand combat that I've ever played in any game, not to mention it also has an amazing vehicle combat system as well. All the customization is insane. You can customize your character, your vehicle, and just about everything in between. And the more time you take to travel around the world in the game and collect scrap, the more you guys can trick out your character or your car. Upgrading weapons is super fun in this game, and its possibilities seem almost endless. This is actually one of my favorite games for the PS4, and as of right now, it only costs $19.99 brand new on Amazon. One of my all-time favorite horror games has to be Until Dawn. It's a great mixture of amazing storytelling and gameplay. The way the player interacts with the story affects everything. The butterfly effect, as they call it, makes playing Until Dawn a unique experience almost every time you play through it, giving it a lot of replayability and a lot of things you can sink a lot of hours into. One false move and bam, a character dies, and it really makes you think before doing just about everything in the game, and I love that. I also kind of like the cheesy dialogue. Most of the time it has sexual puns and other things like that, and it's poking fun at the typical Hollywood horror flick, and I actually kind of enjoy that the game doesn't take itself too seriously at times. Like I said, this is one of my favorite PS4 games, and it's one that every PS4 owner should give a try. You guys can pick up a copy for under $20 these days. When I first heard that GameStop was going to be publishing its own game exclusive to the stores, I wasn't too excited for it. But after playing through Song of the Deep, I was pleasantly surprised. The game has a Metroidvania type gameplay that is super fun, and I usually don't like underwater physics in most games, but this game absolutely nails it, and it feels quick and responsive at all times. The game also features a great story about a girl trying to find her father who is lost at sea, and it'll definitely tug at your heartstrings more than a few times. However, the best part about this game is that it is so dirt cheap. A brand new copy from GameStop is just $15, and I got mine used for $10. It's well worth that price, and definitely a game you guys should consider picking up for that price. Another choose your own path game that I absolutely loved on PS4 was Life is Strange. The game focuses on a young girl who can manipulate time in order to change the future, all while trying to live her normal life. The way the game is laid out to the player through the thoughts of the main character was a new and fun concept for me when I played it, and I really enjoyed this unique take on time traveling and mixing it in with the choice of your own path kind of gameplay. I really enjoyed that. If you make a mistake, you can still go back and fix it, but you may learn something that's important about the story, and you might not make that mistake again down the line. All the kind of fun stuff about time travel you would love in a game. Overall, Life is Strange is an amazing experience and worth a playthrough in my opinion, especially now you guys can get a copy for less than $20 brand new. Transformers Devastation was originally criticized for having a short 6 to 10 hour campaign, and people felt that it really wasn't enough there to justify paying for a full price game. And while they may be right, what they did get was an amazing action fighting game that looks beautiful with a fun and engaging combat system. I really enjoyed the cel shading graphics, and it gives it a nostalgic Saturday morning cartoon look. They even got most of the original voice actors from the characters to do their voices, and I really enjoyed that touch. Another thing that was really cool about this game is you guys can pick it up right now for under $20, and in my opinion, it's one of the best and most interesting games you guys can get for that price. Back in the day, Ratchet and Clank games were some of my favorites on the PS2, and the new PS4 game is a delightful return to form for this 3D platforming series. The game looks and plays great with a typical massive arsenal of wacky over-the-top weapons, making a glorious return. The storyline is also fun and lighthearted and will keep you engaged for the entire 10 or so hour campaign. I really do love this series, and for me, this was the best Ratchet and Clank game to date, and the best part about all of that is that GameStop sells this game brand new for under $20. I got mine used for $15. What can be better than getting a great game for super cheap, you ask? Well, how about getting 3 full awesome games for dirt cheap? Well, the Nathan Drake Uncharted Collection does just that. You get 3 amazing games for one very low price, and I can't recommend this game enough. I never had a PS3, I was an Xbox 360 last gen, so I originally missed out on the entire Uncharted series, but when I saw this at an HD collection on the PS4, I had to give it a go, and it is absolutely amazing. These were some of the highest rated games on the PS3 for good reason, and having them all available on one disc is awesome. But even more awesome is you guys can get this entire collection for $15 or less. Next up, we have Bloodborne, which is widely considered to be one of the best games available on the PS4, even a few years after its release. It's basically as Dark Souls games with a minor changes here and there, but that's not a bad thing. Those games are also great. This game, however, will chew you up and spit you out if you're not ready for it. It is definitely one of the hardest games I've ever played, but being so hard is what makes it feel so good when you finally beat a boss or beat an enemy. The rewarding feeling you get from how hard it is something that really no other games can give you. Like I said, the boss fights will take hours of learning patterns, grinding up for weapons, and just loads of trial and error to defeat them. It's just something you have to try and experience yourself, and can't really explain it. The game also looks and sounds nearly perfect, and the environments really give you that dark, creepy vibe. I really love that about this game. The best part about it is, however, you guys can pick it up for $15 used at GameStop, so there's no reason not to play this game. And finally, what could very well be my all-time favorite game for any system ever, The Last of Us Remastered. Again, like I said, I never had a PS3, so when I got my PS4, The Last of Us was the #1 game I wanted to play, and man, it is so good. Simply put, the storytelling and character development is second to none. Ellie and Joel are the best duo I've ever seen in a game, and the bond they form is something that players can actually feel. On top of that, the game is visually stunning, and the level of detail the environments goes into is seemingly endless, and it's so amazing. This is an absolute must-play for anyone who owns a PS4, and it won't cost you much to do so. You can get a brand new copy shipped for $17 on Amazon, and it's even less used at GameStop. So this is a game you need to play, and it won't break your bank. But anyway, guys, there you guys have it. There's some super fun PS4 games you guys can get on the cheap and not break the bank. Like I said, that's all I have time for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content in your sub boxes daily. Also, check out some of my other videos on PS4 and Xbox One games. I got links in the description and the end slate, all that kind of fun stuff. Also, leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite PS4 games are. I would love to hear from you guys. I'd love to read through the comments and talk with you guys about that. But until next time, guys, remember that it's always KMAC time somewhere. Until then, take it easy and peace out. Oh, and one last thing before I forget to drop the code word in the comment section. Let me guys know you made it all the way to the end of today's video. Today's code word is going to be Zelda, because I'm getting hyped for the Switch right now. The release thing is in just a few short days. But anyway, like I said, drop that in the comments below. And you guys made it all the way to the end of the video and are some of the coolest subscribers on the entire internet. But like I said, peace out, guys.